right, everybody, welcome back to the Sooner or Later podcast. Oh, yeah, it started going the minute I started rapping.
Oh, run that back because I totally interrupted you.
No, don't worry about it. That was the end. I had nothing else.
Hold up.
Wait a minute. It's a chopper.
I done goofed. I got to do my clap sync again.
Eric.
1, 2, 3.
All right, everybody, welcome back to episode 21 of the Sooner or Later podcast.
Your host with the most.
Me. Alongside Alex, the mother of horror Medina, Eric, the studied one. I don't know. I'm really lost for Eric. I keep bouncing between a couple of them. And James, the master debater Lopez.
I want a new nickname next time.
Yeah, same.
I never want mine to change because I like the, way it sounds.
I really liked the immune one, but okay.
No, dude, the master debater is my favorite one.
All right, I'll come up with I think I have a good one for Eric, but I'm going to have to really think about the one for you. I don't know. I was going to give you the satanic one. Alex Medina.
It's a little hard. It's a little too hard.
Did you not see her shirt?
Oh, I did not.
Yeah, it's got a little Baphomet on it. So for this week's podcast, it was Eric's choice of The Farewell. Eric, hit us with that synopsis.
In this funny, heartfelt story, Billy's family returns to China under the guise of a fake wedding to stealthily say goodbye to their beloved matriarch, the only person that doesn't know she only has a few weeks to live.
That might be the most accurate Google synopsis that we've ever gotten.
That's Amazon's synopsis.
Yeah.
Oh, that was Amazon's. Why'd you do that?
Because they had the film, so I was like, they probably...
Hey, they do. I like the way Amazon does theirs, though, on Prime, though. With all the info
Google's is the same thing. They leave out funny, heartfelt story.
Billy's family returns to China. I could see that. Fucking Google.
So I just look at the stream real quick, and the quality of my video is so much better.
It's really good. Hopefully it stays that way. If someone calls you, I'm gonna hunt them down.
Dude, we went through the whole protocol to try and make sure that didn't happen. If it happens,
it's a freak accident if it happens.
You told everyone in your household that you're doing this, right?
No, he turned airplane mode on.
Oh.
So even if they need him, they're fucked. He's not getting a phone call.
I won't be here.
Yeah. Eric, why'd you choose this movie, dude?
I wanted to continue my foreign film type of deal.
Is Sicario a foreign film?
Well, I was more thinking of The Parasite. I wanted to get more foreign films into your guys' lives.
Into our lives. Thank you for gracing us.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Oh man, I can't wait.
Oh.
Dude, I've been meaning to watch this movie.
I appreciate it.
Yeah,
I feel like it comes up all the time. I tell it to Eric all the time. I've been seeing this movie. Even when he went to see it in theaters, I was like, "You seen it in theaters, I think, right?" Because we had talked about it. You had seen it, and I was like, "Dude, I've been meaning to watch it," but it had limited release, and then I just didn't have a chance to get to see it.
It was AMC. It was one of AMC's selects movies or whatever, right? Where they pick independent films that are delicious.
Because it was only playing on Wednesdays at 7 p.m. And that's it.
Yeah, fuck all that. That sounds
it wasn't one of those weird films that AMC has every once in a while.
Yeah, that's what that
called?
is. It's AMC Select or something like that.
I don't remember.
Yeah, with the little gold or whatever around it.
AMC Independent. This is why this fucking.
I feel like generally all of A24's.
Dude, you say A24, you know it's gonna be a good movie though.
Well, hold on, they've made some bad movies.
Like
it's AMC Artisan Films.
Yeah, I knew it was
Uncut Gems was an artisan film. Yeah. I mean, I think
wasn't Midsommar one too?
Midsommar was not. I think because it had a wide release.
Oh.
Essentially, these movies are all movies without wide releases.
Mm-hmm.
So something like this.
This one started off small.
Yeah, it was super.
And then people were like, "Oh shit, we gotta expand this movie into other theaters."
A lot of these movies are for Oscars.
Yeah,
they're Oscar bait type films.
Right.
What are you lying about?
Movies. Well, because some of them that did have wide releases did get this banner, but it is because it's Oscar bait. So Jojo Rabbit had it. Ford versus Ferrari had it, I guess.
But Jojo Rabbit didn't get its release until after it started getting nominated for things.
The wide release?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's what happens sometimes too. They start off like that, and then they start getting acclamation, and then people are like,
Oh shit!
Then they start requesting it and then buying the rights to it.
Right. Oh my god, I lost my track. Okay, so production, cinematographer, Anne Franquesa Solano. Is that how you'd say that?
Solano's the last name. I don't know how you pronounce that middle name.
Yeah, that
or
one's
his
weird.
First last name.
Oh shit! Wanna become famous? Buy followers, primes, and views on bigfollows.com. This one came
2 weeks
super
in a row.
but this one came mad early.
Yeah.
I think that this woman deserves every fucking award known to man because the cinematography in this movie is next to none. Multiple times I got fucking full body chills at the imagery that was on screen. And then I would look to Alex and be like, "Didn't you feel that chill down your back?" And she went, "I'm trying to read."
But like my thing, I feel like that's what you get from A24 films for some reason.
It's
like
crazy cinematographers doing wild shit.
Like I think that's what they kind of like bank on because when I was watching this, like it just looked like a film from A24 style.
It was art,
and
this movie is art.
Yeah, and that's what it is. And it they do a good job of kind of like trying to express emotion through like outside visuals, which I do like. But I don't know. It's because I've seen so many A24 films. I don't know if I'm just kind of getting like tired of like that style.
How dare you? There's nothing tiring about this film.
How can you get tired of it?
It's so good.
It's like the way the coloring and the angles they use a lot of times is like for their people is very similar in a lot of those films.
That's the best part.
I mean, it works.
Of course.
It works so well, dude, because these dudes beat out Avengers, all right, in theaters.
Yeah, but no one should have beat Avengers out, all right?
What do you mean? What are you talking about?
And per theater average in 2018, they got that title.
That doesn't count.
That doesn't mean anything.
Yeah.
That's like,
dude, Avengers opened up in 4,000 theaters. This only opened up in 4 and still beat the record.
But imagine if Avengers opened up in 4 theaters.
Yeah, it's the ratio.
Yeah.
Eric, you're good at math, bro. Come on.
It would have been like, if it opened in two theaters, it would have been like, $1 billion per theater.
Yeah.
So like,
what's up, girl?
Of course, the one scene that I liked the most out of the movie, Joey did not. He was like, I actually don't like this scene.
We'll talk about it. We'll get there.
You're skipping, dude.
No, I'm not.
Bro, we're still on production. I just had to blow Anna real quick because I love I love the visuals. I mean, we can talk about it right now. You're right. Fuck it. Let's be all over the place. Cause fuck Eric, making us watch this movie like this. So the scene. Describe the scene that you liked a lot.
It was the scene after they got the test results, and then I guess they're coming back from like
after they faked the test results. Spoiler alert.
They're like
after
all
they
in a
photoshopped
line.
them?
Yeah, they're all in a line, and they're like walking down the street. I just really liked it a lot.
But I did not.
Hard.
Yeah.
I did not like that shot because it felt very unnatural.
It was just not memorable to me, and I literally just watched the movie this morning.
Were you
they
even
look
paying
at the
attention?
camera, which is unsettling.
It's super unsettling. I just don't like how they were all in a line. Based on their interactions with each other, I don't feel like they would have all been in a line, and I don't feel like Awkwafina would have been at the front of the line.
Well, it's just to show like they follow order. Like that's what the whole movie's about.
I know, but I don't like it.
I mean, yeah, I get what you're saying, but that's why they did it.
Yeah.
But like, whether people like it or don't, like there was a meaning behind it. I guess you can say.
Fuck the meaning. They shouldn't have done it. It was bad.
Anyway.
Don't anyway me. You're the one who was like, we got to talk about this scene. Why are you looking at me like that?
All right, director / writer Lulu Wang. I don't know if she's done.
I've
I
never
don't
heard
recognize
of her.
any of her other stuff.
I'm sure she didn't do anything else. Independent, yeah, she did Posthumous, which I've never heard of, and then this. Apparently. Oh no, she's done a few things, but they're like short films and music videos. And web series.
So is this a Chinese film? Like, is that where it originally like came from, or is it considered?
No, it's an
like,
American film. She's American.
film? Well, I know Awkwafina's American, but like everybody else is like it's.
This is not a foreign film. I would not compare this to, Roma is the movie's name.
Yeah.
Right, the black and white film, Eric.
Yeah.
Okay, you're the foreign guy, dude. I gotta look to you for this information.
So you're saying, like, I get what you're saying, because it's just because it's like a foreign language film, but you don't consider it a foreign film.
Fuck no. Mm-mm.
Gotcha.
Because it's an American
Like, where
point of
was it?
view. It had to have been filmed in
Yeah.
China. Like, it had to have.
No, it was filmed in China, in like her hometown.
Yeah.
So how do you determine? Do you determine it by where it was first released, or like I don't even know how people determine that?
I mean, it's on the Wikipedia page. It is The Farewell is a 2019 American comedy drama film written by Lulu Wang. I think it depends on the point of view of the main character, right? So, like The Last Samurai with Tom Cruise, it takes place all in Japan. That's not a Japanese film. That's just an American film.
I think though, because you figure like if a movie, because I'm sure there's like movies filmed about Americans, but it's like I don't know. I guess it's kind of hard to explain. I don't know though. But it just there was so much Mandarin spoken that I was just like it feels like a foreign film.
Yeah, but that's
Well, I mean, just because you got to read subtitles don't make it a foreign film.
I didn't have to read them. I could have turned them off. What you mean?
yeah okay because you're
I
fluent
could've
in
just not
Mandarin.
understood.
Wow. So really quick, I don't know if it was in the facts or not, but I'm seeing it on the Wikipedia page. So the English title is The Farewell, but the Chinese title, and I'm gonna butcher this, byye gao su tao, it literally translates to "Don't tell her." So the
Number
movie's
3.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's
is
in the
it?
facts.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not scrolling down those facts. I'm out here trying to read shit. So I love that. I love that it's like fucking super literal.
That is funny.
Okay. So box office release, it made 22 million. Is that how I'm supposed to read that, Eric?
Yeah, total was
22.6.
22. Yep.
Initial release was January 25th, 2019 at Sundance, and then it released.
So yeah, that's what I was just looking at. Like, so it's totally it's an American film at Sundance. It's 100% an American film. I know we kind of already said it, but due to the fact that it's like at Sundance was its original release, there's no debate.
Wait. What do you mean? They have foreign films at Sundance?
Yeah.
Parasite was at
came
Sundance.
from.
Parasite is
first time they
100%
ever
a
showed that
foreign
movie.
film. Just because it premieres at Sundance doesn't mean it's not foreign.
I don't know. Then what did
We gotta look that up at some
what
other point. We
determines-
don't.
What determines a foreign film? I think the production company.
Because that's all I want to know. Like, it doesn't matter.
We can
either
look
way.
that up later.
Yeah, but I'm like, because yeah, I just assumed like Parasite, for instance. I was like, oh, the first time it was like in Korean cinema, and then it came over to America, and then was in Sundance.
No, I don't think that's how that is determined. I also think that it depends on the director. Because like Snowpiercer, right, is a Bong Joon-ho movie, but that's an American movie. I guess it depends on actors and production company and shit like that. What's up, girl? You look like you're going to say something.
A foreign language. Oh, hold on.
Okay, well, we'll go on. You tell us when you find
You
something
started
good.
off strong.
Yes, you did.
Dude, I thought you had
Well,
it.
it just says a foreign language film is defined as a feature-length motion picture defined as over 40 minutes produced outside the United States of America with a predominantly
Yep.
non-English dialogue track.
There it is.
Okay, yeah, that's actually the perfect definition. You got it. Be more
The
confident
production
next time.
company has to be foreign.
40% of the production company has to be foreign.
Okay.
So
Because like for Parasite, it was at the Cannes Film Festival, and then 9 days later in South Korea. But
Cannes is
their
French,
production
by the
company-
way.
Okay.
So like,
But the production company is like a foreign production company.
right.
Okay. All right. Just need a clarification. Now we know.
Domestically, it made 17.69 million, 78% of its overall box office, and internationally, it made 4.6 million, 22%, with on a budget of $3 million.
That's cheap.
That's cheap as fuck.
Well, the most expensive thing was probably that wedding.
The most expensive thing was
That
getting
wedding
to
was
China.
cheap as hell.
Yeah, that
The
wedding
most
was cheap.
expensive
as
They
hell.
had to
was,
pay for the crab.
The actors,
Crab.
like Lulu Wang didn't expect like the
Yeah.
Chinese actors to like be so much, and she had to end up like
Oh.
begging for Nai for her to play that role.
Really?
I would have got someone else.
I would have gotten a
Dude.
bigger budget. Rotten Tomatoes. The critic score is 98% with 329 responses, and audience is 87% with 2,490 responses.
I laughed at this
Nuts.
movie.
Dude, a lot of people love this movie, and a lot of people rushed over to Rotten Tomatoes to talk about it.
My thing is like to take the time to review it is always funny to me.
Yeah.
You get.
All right, Galax, when was the last time you saw it?
Today.
What about before that?
Today.
You saw it twice in one day, dude?
Yeah.
You're savage.
She said I liked it so much I watched it again. I ran it
Crying
back.
up the first time.
Fair enough.
James, when was the last time you saw it?
Today was the first time I seen it. But what's so funny, so my sister, like I was watching it, and then my sister comes in and she's like, "Oh, you watched this movie again?"
Oh, no.
I was like, "I've never seen this movie."
Oh.
And she's like, who'd I watch it with then? So I guess my mom and my sister totally watched this movie.
Without you?
Yeah, before I even watched it.
Don't they know that you love cinema, dude?
Yeah, but they watch Prime a lot, and like, so to them they'll watch anything on Prime. But yeah, they didn't know this was like some like a acclaim type film or whatever, and they just watched it, and I was like, oh.
What did they say about it?
They liked it. They said it was really good.
They
when
were
did
like, oh,
they
it's good.
watch it though? Recently?
It had been a while
last,
ago.
like 2-3 months.
Oh, okay.
Because it hasn't been on there that long, I don't think, on Prime.
No, I don't think so either.
No.
Just wondering.
Well, yeah, well before me.
Last time I saw it was today, and I had never seen it before. Eric, when was the last time you saw this movie?
I initially saw it like when it opened up in theaters.
Right.
And then I saw it Friday.
The characters.
That's so Friday.
Put Awkwafina in more sad things. I fucking love her.
She popped the fuck off, dude.
All of her facial expressions, she didn't even have to say anything, and I felt so fucking sad. Like, you could feel it. Like, that was actually her grandmother up there. It was so good.
I prefer her still in the comedic role.
Hell no.
He was like, I don't like her posture, though, because she was like...
She's like this.
Yeah, she has it. But that's just her natural posture.
She is a zoomer,
like,
yeah.
It's like she physically stands like that. I don't think it was a character.
No, I know. But like in Crazy Rich Asians, the camera isn't focused on her enough for me to notice shit like that. Whereas in this movie, she's dressed down and it's like lingering on her.
Well, she's always playing more of a flamboyant character.
Right, who had like a dick ton of money and stuff. Yeah.
I don't know. I prefer her one still in a supporting role, and I prefer her in a more comedic role.
I mean, she's kind of still supporting here, though. This is more of an ensemble cast than anything. They spend so much time with Nai that it's almost her movie.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I fit though. She's with her grandmother a lot of those scenes.
Well, right. There's only a handful of scenes where it doesn't focus on her, where it's like you see Nai and her dwelling with Mr. Lee and her sister and shit like that.
Because you get most of the emotion from her. Like, yeah, sporadically you see how everyone feels about it, but it is more or less about Awkwafina's like emotion,
right,
towards how she does situation.
Billy.
Billy.
But her type of comedy can be overwhelming, and I'm typically not a fan of it. She was fine in Crazy Rich Asians, but that's only because it jumped to her a handful of times. But this, I've seen her like. Go ahead.
I've seen her like Netflix stuff, and like she always plays, the like eccentric friend or whatever.
Right.
And I mean, because I think she has really good timing. Even in this movie, it shows. Because there's certain parts that are like not supposed to be funny that I found funny, but
well,
it's just
might just be your sense of humor.
Also true though, like because I don't think I found it as sad as you guys found it. But like overall, I think she's a good actress, and I think she played the role very well. But I still would rather go see her leading a comedy versus a drama.
Eric,
what else has she been in? Because I've only seen her in like Jumanji.
I didn't even know she was in Jumanji. Crazy Rich Asians is kind of where she got her breakout role.
Well, she's like a stand-up comedian, so like
she's a rapper, is what she is.
Oh, is she?
She's not a stand-up comedian. She's a rapper.
Oh, what?
Doesn't she do stand-up though? But yeah, you're right.
No, I don't think so. She's only been rapping. She started rapping when she was 13.
Oh, I mean that makes sense for that name, I guess.
Yeah. Well, she did that so that she wouldn't get fucking sued.
And then I saw her in like Google commercials with someone else. They were like in a barbershop, or like in a they were doing something.
So she.
So I know she's comedic.
Yeah,
Or
she's in Neighbors 2 where she plays funny. She's in Ocean's 8 where she's like still comedic, and she kind of has like a bigger role in that film.
Well, I mean, I'm not saying that she's not funny, but she doesn't do stand-up comedy.
No,
She's
you're
done,
right. Yeah,
she's done comedy television. She was on Girl Code, which
maybe
is
that's why I thought that.
right, and that's where she started acting. Was on Girl Code as herself. But I mean, her rap albums might be funny. I think she's along the lines of like a Little Dicky or a Lonely Island.
Yeah.
But like, I don't think she does stand-up. I think somebody talked to her about doing stand-up, and she's like, "Nah, I don't fuck with that." 'Cause like, fuck all that. But yeah, I think. I mean, how do you guys feel about her?
I thought she was a fantastic actor. Is that what we're talking about?
Yeah, I liked her a lot.
Yeah. Can you pay attention? Am I gonna have to
I'm-
take your fucking laptop away?
No, I'm trying to look up something about the movie.
Bro, we're talking about the movie right here.
Yeah, but I'm listening. I think she's
No,
a fantastic
you gotta talk.
actor.
She is funny though too. Like, I mean, I know she's not a stand-up comedian, but like, I don't know, because I guess too I've seen more of her in a comedic role.
Well, because she has.
And, like-
This is the only thing that she's ever been serious in. Maybe Bad Rap, a documentary that she was in. She was probably serious, but like looking at the rest of her roles,
I
they're
think
all
it's because I
comedies.
saw her. I initially saw her in Jumanji, and that's a comedic role because Jack Black.
Yeah, action
Yeah.
comedy.
And then I saw the YouTube videos, Jack Black, and then he like interacted with Awkwafina, and she was funny.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh man, she's a comedian.
That's kind of how I
like-
felt about it.
But I mean, she was great, dude. Like,
Yeah.
100%. Like,
I'm glad
Oh,
they
I'm not
gave
taking
her.
away from. I don't think she was bad in this movie or anywhere near bad. I just still would just out of preference more so because I'd rather watch a comedy versus a sad drama.
Well, she won a Golden Globe for this performance. Can you guess what category she was in?
Comedy.
Best actress for a motion picture, comedy, or musical.
Well, yeah, that's because that's the issue with the Golden Globes, though.
Yeah, they're
like,
trash.
yeah, what they put you in, like it's so like.
Well, The Martian
Why?
was a comedy to them.
Yeah, it won best comedy. that
Yeah,
year.
which is ridiculous. Also, she's going to be in Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings.
I did see that.
I'm hyped for that.
that's interesting.
Hopefully, she's not annoying in it. But she's fantastic in this movie. She needs to be given more dramas. But who knows? This might be a fluke. I'd have to see her in more dramas. Sai Ma as her mother, or that's her dad. I'm racist.
Yeah, you are.
This guy's in everything. I feel like
Yeah, I see. I don't know
I
who
see
he is,
his
but I do
face,
see him.
but-
I've seen him all the time. I feel like
He
I've
looks
seen him
like-
all the time.
he looks like the leader of China, kind of. He has that same white
Yeah.
face.
Yeah, that's true.
What else
But
is he
he's
in?
he's in everything. He's been acting since 1979
Oh my God,
in
okay.
films. So his shit. He was in Rush Hour 3. You might know him from that.
Nope.
Okay.
he was in Arrival.
We've never seen the movie.
Oh yeah, he plays the president of China in Arrival
He's gonna be in Mulan.
on Disney Plus, the 28th, I think.
He's in the Silicon
Maybe.
Valley
The Silicon Valley.
How many episodes? 'Cause I don't remember
for
that. And
2 episodes.
No, I
Oh,
remember him in that.
Oh, does he play the Chinese like
The dude's
owner
dad.
or whatever?
Factory manager.
Oh!
Yao.
Yeah, that's what I'm
He
talking
was
about.
in Walker, Texas Ranger.
Ye fucking hard, dude.
Hell
I
yeah,
thought-
brother.
that's why I was born.
So when he started speaking English, I was like, oh fuck. Whoa, I forgot this dude's been in the business for a long time. His English is impeccable. It's perfect English.
He's also in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Oh, I believe that. But he was fantastic. I wish they would have done a little more between him and Awkwafina.
Well, we just
Yeah,
seen-
I like the scene where like she walked in on him and he was just like, "Dad, what are you doing?"
You're
Like,
talking
"Are
about
you
when
okay?"
when he was smoking?
He's in Grey's Anatomy too.
No, in the bedroom initially when they first told her.
Yeah, when
No,
she's like,
oh, okay.
She's like, I know something's wrong.
After she talks to her mom.
Tell me.
Are you drinking again?
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude, they bring up his alcoholism so much it's ridiculous.
Yeah, the family's real rude.
They're curt. Not rude. They're curt.
It's rude.
How's that rude?
Because he clearly had a problem that he no longer has, and they keep bringing it up like he's done something wrong.
He said he quit smoking, but he still smokes.
Yeah, he's not to be trusted.
But clearly, the way they make it seem frustrating, like this guy was a fall down alcoholic. I mean, he does get
no. That's how it sounds, though.
When she literally had to take his pants off.
When Nine was talking to his wife, she was like, you know, with his drinking and shit like that, and the problems that you guys had in the past, I believe it that this man was a fall down blackout drunk.
I wonder if he like beat her.
I don't think he beat her.
I think he cheated, if anything.
Yeah, I got the sense that he
makes
cheated.
a comment, at this age, more or less, would we have to be, you know,
right?
What problems do we have? Because and that kind of hints like, oh, they're older, they're not gonna be having affairs.
Yeah.
But he was great.
Yeah, he's very good in the role. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Man, why does she have she didn't take his last name. That's weird. That threw me off. Her mother. I don't know how I feel about the mom.
She didn't really do nothing.
Typical mom.
Typical
I think
mom.
it's a typical
daughter-in-law role.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the best way to put it.
I mean, well, what? Go ahead.
I feel like that's I don't want to sound racist, but
she was a stereotypical Asian mother.
Yeah.
Like that's what she played as. Yeah.
I don't know. I see. I mean, a lot of moms are like that, though.
Well, yeah,
like
it's just a mother role.
Yeah, she's a specific type of mom. Mm-hmm. She's just like the hard. I mean, she's just hard on her daughter. But then
you move to this country so you can be successful type of mom.
I think it's a typical foreign mother. You don't
have time to mess around. You need to apply yourself.
Because I've known Hispanic mothers that are like that. I've known Indian parents that are like that. Like that, I think it's just a foreigner thing. Because I mean, and even when she's having that fight with her in the middle of the movie, where she's like, "Bro, you moved me from this fucking country, and like." Yeah. You know, I didn't know what was going on. You didn't talk to me. Like, that really spells out how serious it was for the mom and the dad to take her over there. And even during the fight at dinner, when she's, like, really stressing the point of, like, bro, you're still letting your son go to America. Like, you're admitting that America's a better place than here because you're sending him off to college.
Well, too, if you look at the dynamic, like, the older relatives have, like, the higher, like, they're at the higher point, like, the hierarchy. So, like, once they get there especially, like, it's kind of whatever the grandmother says, and she doesn't really have a say in anything. And it's kind of just like, so... Like,
I mean, yeah, she says that directly.
Yeah, when they're in America, she does more, says more. As soon as they get to China, she takes a back seat.
And I feel like that's how it is. You respect your elders over there and your husband, and you just have to, like, listen to them.
Well, it was a cultural thing, because it was kind of like, we do this. At the end of the day, we're Chinese. They say it. Yeah. And it's like, no matter what, it's whatever by, like, Chinese law practice we follow no matter what.
And then they were like, "Hey, yo, fuck that though. I'm from America. My passport is American." Idiot.
Yeah, and then the other sibling, the brother, right? Is that his brother? Is the brother the direct relative? Like lives in Japan, and Japan like does a lot of Western ways. So everyone knows like this is wrong, but they're just like, but we're it's Chinese culture.
No. The brother doesn't say that it's wrong. Nobody says that it's wrong except for Awkwafina.
They just say. This is
how it's done. Here. Yeah. She's the only one that's going.
The doctor was in on it, dude.
Yeah, that shit fucking.
And that's crazy too. I guess like if that's like a real thing. I mean, they made it seem super real. And if that was
it is real.
It's based on a lie.
Yeah, that's how the movie opened. This movie is based on a real lie or something like that.
It's based on Lulu Wang's actual grandmother.
Yo, she's still kicking though. Spoiler.
Yeah, that's crazy.
The grandmother though. I loved her, man.
10 out of 10, dude.
I want to fucking give her a hug and let her cook for me and fatten me up.
I want to be called stupid.
Yeah, stupid child.
Stupid child. Like, so I think she was the best character in the movie because, like...
Fuck you, Little Bow was the best character in the movie.
Little Bow was pointless as well.
That dude's my boy.
Yeah, but, like, especially when you're watching a film that has a lot of, like, subtitles... I was able to watch her and like read and get lost in the moment versus sometimes like I kind of like I'm watching the movie and then I'm like, the scene's not that great. So I'll just like catch myself reading. But every time she was on the screen, you're so focused on everything she's doing that you're kind of just going along with the movie. Like you're not taken out of the movie. Because sometimes in like foreign films, I'll start reading, and I'm like, I just stopped kind of paying attention for the most part.
She was literally my favorite character.
Yeah, she's fantastic.
She broke my heart.
She might be one of the best grandmothers ever put to film.
Yeah.
I'll go out there and say it.
Wow.
I would agree with
What's
you,
a
Joey.
better fucking grandmother, dude?
I'm sure there's a ton. I don't know.
Exactly. You don't know it on top of your head, though.
I'm not gonna know her off the top of my head next time this conversation comes up.
I guarantee you will. In
Little Nine, dude. Come on, man.
Nine. Julie Andrews was a grandmother in Princess Diaries. She goes kind of hard. Betty White was the grandma. Julie Andrews in the Princess Diaries.
Exactly.
You.
Who?
Well, Galax has
Wow.
also watched this movie 15 times
Yeah.
since we got Disney
That one
Plus.
doesn't hit me emotionally though. She's not dying.
That's why I want you to talk more. I think you're the one person that has the closest relationship to their grandmother in this call. So I was waiting for your input. I mean, do you feel like that connection that Billy and Nine had, like, did that feel real to you?
Yeah. And I don't want to talk about it because I'm gonna cry again.
We need the clicks.
And then you got Lu Hong playing herself as Little Nine.
Yeah, that's so weird. I love that she just played herself. They found the actual sister to Nine to come over here and
Yeah.
to play herself.
That's funny.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
And we got Jing Young Bo as Billy's uncle.
So,
I hate that they put it like that.
do you guys think that the nephew was really getting married?
No.
Like, do you
I think so.
Do you think they were
No.
actually together though? Like a couple?
Yes, they were together.
No,
they
yeah,
were.
They
were.
really were dating for 3 months.
For 3 months, though.
Yeah.
Because I was like, they're not acting like they're.
But I don't know.
There's a
like,
language
I don't-
barrier, though. Remember,
Oh,
she's
yeah.
Japanese and he's not.
Yeah.
He's mainly a Chinese speaker who emigrated to Japan, right?
Yeah. Okay. Never
But
mind.
even him, so they even said like, oh, his Chinese is bad. So he may not even like be that great at speaking Chinese. He may actually speak Japanese. We don't know how long he was in Japan versus China.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, they.
But
kept
he also
saying
pointed out
that
he was
the
just being
brothers-
shy.
Yeah, he was just being really weird. I mean,
Well, he was sad.
yeah, he was not to be trusted either. I love that they were like, let's use this guy as the reason that we're all meeting up. And he's breaking down easier than Awkwafina is. Like,
Yeah.
he's not
He's
holding
like-
his shit together at all.
I don't know what like
Say
what
it,
the
be
law
racist.
is there.
What do you mean?
Like, what is it like? Because like, for like instance, if you get married here, you need like a marriage license. Like you, even if you go in like the church thing or whatever, unless you have a marriage license, it's not really valid.
I don't
so, like-
I don't know if
I mean, it's
like
a guys, dude. It's all fake.
yeah, it's all fake.
They just threw a big party
Yeah.
and said these two were getting married.
Yeah, we never actually saw them like.
We didn't see
Get
the
married.
yeah, we didn't see like the
We just
actual
saw a
ceremony.
reception, not a ceremony.
Right.
But don't you think she would have made like? There's no way the grandmother would not have like,
Had her hands in that in like the
Yeah.
legal proceedings.
because they didn't even know that she had like more or less booked the reception stuff.
No, they knew that she was gonna do that.
No, they did.
They knew. They were like, man, Nine out here already booking shit. Come on, girl.
But
So
You
I
dying. Go ahead.
I don't think this is exactly how like the Chinese get married.
This is what you're doing. Instead of talking about the movie, you're
Yeah.
looking up Chinese litigation on marriage licenses. This is what we're doing.
yeah.
Okay.
All right, so it says you need a current passport, which I don't think that would apply to them. A
I-
Chinese resident permit, a health certificate from a local hospital designated by the marriage registration office, 3 photos of the married couple taken together, a registration
What?
fee, and a certificate of marriageability.
But they're not getting married in China. This is like, because they live in Japan, right? They wouldn't get
It's
married
almost
in
like
China.
a what's it called?
Yeah.
Like a bridal shower.
Yeah.
No, it's a reception.
reception.
Yeah, they're
Or
just
whatever.
holding the reception in
Well,
China.
and it says traditionally brides become a part of their husband's family and essentially cut ties with their natal families.
And we saw that in Billy's mom, and the one of the other women who were there. I don't know who the
And-
fuck they were though.
customary husband and wife often did not meet each other until the day of the wedding.
Well, that's because arranged marriages.
Yeah.
but
Okay, we're diving a
I
little
don't
too
know.
deep into some
It-
shit that doesn't matter.
They may or may not get married, but it doesn't make a difference.
It-
I
it
mean,
really
there was a lot
doesn't.
of lying.
The more
a
you
ton of lying.
know.
And the whole movie's built on lies.
Either way, yeah.
Based
it's
on
a-
what Alex said, they didn't get married for real.
No, they did not.
Because this just happened a couple years ago.
The more
Based
you
on
know.
a real life lie.
Well, no. It happened a long time ago. Like almost a decade ago, give or take. At the end of the movie, it said 6 years after her diagnosis, Nine
But
is
how-
still kicking.
It's not really relevant, but like I'm just like I don't know how much their marriage law could have changed in that time.
Dude, it was only a reception. They didn't actually get married in China.
Yeah, it's
if they're
just a big party.
if they're gonna get
Yeah.
married, they're getting married in Japan because they live there. You're not gonna go to Canada. If you have a marriage in Mexico, you're not getting married in Mexico. It's a destination wedding. You're still married in the state that you live in. You know what I mean?
No, I totally understand that, but I just feel
Don't
like
give
the
me a butt then.
the grandmother would have been like, "No, we need to have all this stuff done. This needs to be legit."
I don't think
Well,
so.
I think
If
they
they're
were just
not
going there to celebrate the marriage.
right.
With his grandmother. That
Yeah,
was-
literally going there just to have a big party.
Yeah. Because
Well,
I'm
they're
sure.
literally just going there because she's dying.
Well,
Right.
I'm
I
sure
mean-
she couldn't travel to
Japan. Yeah, I don't think so either.
I think they just came over there and was like, "Hey, let's throw a party and celebrate us getting married with our dying grandmother."
Hey,
Right.
wow, I would not have flew all the way to China unless I was a media family. Like, that's too far.
You're also not Chinese, traditionally or ethnically.
You're also looking at it through Western eyes.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't have my DNA 23. I could have Chinese descent.
23andMe, you
that.
illiterate bastard.
23 and me, 23 and D, all the same.
How do you guys feel about her extended family? Just all together, because they're basically one unit. Her
Yeah.
extended family.
I didn't like the mother of Bao.
Speak up a little bit.
I didn't like the mother of Bao.
Yeah, she was kind of a bitch.
Yeah, I didn't like her either.
Her and the uncle both were
Yeah.
kind of bitches.
Wait,
They were like, how long does it take to get 1 million in the U.S.?
Yeah, what
in
is-
China, it's pretty easy.
Stupid fucking question, dude.
how did you guys feel about Nene's Nani?
Nene. She says
Nene's
Nene.
husband.
No, that was not her husband.
Oh,
That was just her
hang
hookup
around.
Yeah, that I thought that was just her like sex toy manservant.
Oh, maybe. I
Yeah.
don't know. Well, she was like, "Then why are you with him?" She's
Her
like,
peg servant.
She says it. She says, like, I don't
Yeah.
want to be lonely.
Well, the thing that hit me hard, dude, I almost cried when she said it, because if there's no one around, the only thing you see when you get up to go to the bathroom is a shadow.
I can relate.
Yeah, her sister lives with her, though. It's not like she
No,
would've
she
been really
doesn't.
by herself.
Her sister doesn't live with her.
Then why does her sister say, like, I haven't seen my husband
I
in
mean,
all
she
this
can
time?
have her
No, no,
own place in
Yeah,
China.
she
doesn't
just
have to
goes
live
and
with her.
helps with her
Yeah.
sister.
Yeah, but I mean, she's still there a lot. She would have been all right. She
That
just
does
wanted
not
some
mean that
dude.
she lives together, though.
She wanted a dude because she wanted a dude.
Right,
That's
I
all
mean,
there is to it.
Yeah, they're probably fucking, but who knows if they got remarried.
Well, they
Yeah,
had separate
that's the
rooms,
relationship.
They did have separate rooms. You're
Yeah.
right.
So
That
Man,
don't mean
he
anything.
can still slide on in.
Yeah.
Nothing's stopping
used to have
Mr. Lee
separate
from
beds.
getting his little wet. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you see the way the dude was fucking spilling shit all over the place?
she almost bopped his ass with that
Spilling.
telephone. She about what?
Dude, they were having that very like important dinner. He just ate his stuff and was like, I'm
It
good.
left. No, that's just Mr. Lee. he
she like
eats
just-
and then he
he
leaves.
does that. Yeah.
Don't mind him.
He said, as long as I get mine.
Okay. So, Alex.
Yeah.
What was your favorite part?
I don't know.
None of it. The part where I didn't cry.
Yeah.
The beginning, before I
We'll
knew
go to
his
James and then
grandmother died.
we'll come
Yeah,
back
come
to
back
you.
to me.
All right, James. What was your favorite part?
During the wedding, when they were playing the drinking game,
Dude!
I just thought it was hilarious.
So good.
And the way it's shot is so good.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's so funny, especially there's the one scene where like his girlfriend totally is wrong or whatever, but he's like, all right, I'll take it. Like, and he just like, and then he like falls asleep at one point, and then he just struggling.
Wakes up crying, fucking
Yeah.
weeping
He's
openly.
like,
I wonder what that Chinese
Like
is.
in that moment, because like no one's speaking, it's all just music and just facial acting. But it was so funny.
Yeah.
Like,
They stopped saying it after you caught on as to that they were playing a drinking game.
yeah.
100% my favorite part is the cinematography. I would take stills from this movie and put them on my fucking wall if it was cheap and easy to do. There were so many moments. I think
I feel like it would be. I feel like it would be that expensive.
Hey, you don't know,
you
man.
got to get a high res image. It'd be a pain in the ass. There were so many, like the moments where they're smoking. Oh man, that shit sent. I'm getting chills just talking about it. Or when they're in the bathhouse or whatever, the salon they went to, like the shot of Awkwafina and Billy's dad together, and like the eccentric like outfits that they're wearing, like that picture right there, I was like, oh shit. So yeah, the cinematography 100% my favorite part. Eric?
I really like the little parallels they did, like on the Western culture versus the Eastern culture, right? So like
Elaborate.
the fact that you're not supposed to tell them because it's your burden as a family to, hold that, which I was like, man, like it's tough.
Fuck yeah, that's tough.
I think they're wrong for that though.
Only because you're a Westerner, though.
Only because you're Western.
It's
you're too clouded. You can't.
Yeah.
No, because it's like, how should you, as a human, you should almost know, like if you're dying, like I guess if you just die, yeah, obviously, but it's like, because now she's not gonna live out her life the way that she wants to live out her life.
But like, that's you're only saying that because you think that if she found out that she was dying, that she would magically just like, oh well, better go travel the world, better go shoot.
Well, we don't know what she did. She could do the exact same thing.
Well, yeah,
but how are you gonna take that choice out of someone's hands?
Because you don't want to burden them. That's like saying that everybody.
Well,
that's
the thing they said, right? Like, it's not the cancer that gets them; it's the fear.
Yeah, of dying, like the thought of dying. I mean, everybody is afraid of death. Like,
yeah.
I feel like the only people who aren't afraid of death are people who have died already and then came back to life and been like, shit wasn't that bad.
But that's like a placebo effect type thing. Like, it's not like,
oh, your camera died.
It did yeah. Hey, something actually got through, which is funny.
Man, you fucking that face it froze on too was set.
Yeah, but no, like, because there's no like, it's not scientifically proven that if you don't know, you'll live longer or live a better life.
So why even test that? Isn't that inhumane to even test that? Like I mean, because clearly she lived 6 years after the diagnosis. So like,
yeah.
You don't know if that worked.
They're sketchy with their medical if they ain't telling people they die.
What?
Like, they could have been wrong. We don't know. Like, and people go into remission for cancer, and she was taking medication.
Right. But like, that's like saying that everybody should know how they're gonna die or when they're gonna die. I personally would not want to know when I'm gonna die. But like, I would feel wrong keeping that from somebody. Because what if they did want to know? I think it's a person by person basis, right? Like I wouldn't like if I was going to the doctors, I think I would want to know what my actual test results were. But I understand why they kept it from her.
She knew she was sick and was going to the doctor because she was sick, and they were just like, "I'm not going to tell you."
But mentally, she was getting better. She was saying, "No, I'm getting better. I know I have a cough, but I'm fine. I'll be okay."
I mean, just look at the comments she said to Awkwafina, right? When they were like walking up the stairs, she's like, "Look at me, I'm healthy."
Yeah.
Even at this age.
Yeah, but if
she
was dying, that you don't know, like we don't know if it would change her perspective, because she seems like the person that, like, no matter what, believes in her ways and be like, "Oh no, I'm fine. I'm gonna push all the bad energy out." Because that's like that whole dance thing she was doing. She felt like she was pushing out kind of the sickness.
Go ahead, girl.
I think if she would have known she had cancer and was dying, she would have looked at it differently. But she just thought it's a cough.
Well, yeah, but like that's the whole philosophy of their belief, right? Is don't tell them because you don't know how they're gonna take it, and if it makes them sad, they're not gonna fight.
Yeah.
I mean, you're looking at it from a Westerner's point of view. You'll never agree with it because that's not how you were raised to do it.
It's illegal to keep that from someone. I think the doctors
unless you have guardianship of them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Which
I think people do that stuff still all the time, though. Like
probably.
Yeah, so it's not like.
But I mean, I don't know if it's their culture. I mean, it's not hurting her. Like she thinks she's getting better. Let her think that she's getting better until she's not gonna get better. Like, I'm sure if within the 6 years she got worse. Go ahead.
Yeah, I read up a couple things, and like they do eventually tell people.
I mean,
hey, like
they said that
they
in the
tell
movie.
the grandfather,
right?
Yeah.
They were like, "Hey, Peepaw, you ain't making it, buddy."
But like you figure, and like, I mean, I don't know. I just think you should tell people. But like you said, it's all personal opinion. But because what if she's taking medication? What if she's like, well, you know what? I'm gonna stop taking medication. I'm gonna do this, that, and the other. Because some people now like have like, and people do it with cancer all the time, where they're like, you know what, I'm just gonna live all my life. I'm not gonna do any treatment, and if I live, I live. If I die, I die.
Isn't that
Like,
worse? That treatment
so?
probably kept her longer, and clearly she's still kicking. At the end of the movie, she was all hit.
Yeah, in this situation.
So like,
yeah, but it's because she took. But it depends on like just the situation. Like for this one situation, yes, it worked out. But how many people have probably died because like. What if someone's like, well, let me go try different forms of medicine from other places?
you're right.
But
There's risk in everything, but like
Yeah.
if that's the way they do it, I mean, like who
Yeah,
are
like
you
it
to
was
tell them
said.
it's wrong?
It's the family.
it's
They
illegal
thought it
in
was
most
the
of the world.
family's burden.
In most of the world, you can't back that claim up.
Um,
You can't.
my grandfather
Yeah,
had cancer, and it started out as like a little bump on his hip, and they went and they got it removed. And my grandmother never told me that he actually got worse, and that when they removed it from his hip, that it spread to the rest of his body.
Right, because she didn't want to
So,
burden you, I'm sure.
Yeah.
yeah, that happens a lot with cancer, though. That's the bad part about it when you do surgery, because there is that chance that it could spread.
Yeah.
But she had. I honestly don't know how she lived though, because she had like stage 4 lung cancer.
She yelled it out, buddy. What
No,
if she
she
would have stopped?
didn't.
What if she got depressed and she stopped yelling it out? Then she'd have
What
died.
if it fueled her? What if it fueled her more and she
was
yelled it out
really-
faster?
But that's a flip of a coin. Go ahead.
I mean, it was really weird that she actually survived, because if it was stage 4 and they didn't tell her and she didn't get the actual help she needed, like, I don't know how that worked out for
Yeah,
her.
because they were giving her the treatment.
They were
like-
giving her pills that he bought online.
No,
from
no, no. The
Japan.
doctor was giving her medicine.
Oh.
They went and she said, "You need to give me better medicine. This
Yeah.
medicine isn't working.
Yeah.
Give me better shit."
I forgot.
And
But
he's like,
ideally,
"Alrighty."
ideally, she should have been on like chemo and radiation
Yeah.
versus just some pills.
She was on Eastern medicine, dude. You never know.
And who knows? Maybe
I
that
don't. Dude,
radiation
that was
and
traditional
chemo would've
medicine.
killed
They
her.
weren't giving her herbs.
There's nothing traditional about yeah, and dancing. Like, you don't know what kind of healing energy she was getting from the ground. She probably had no shoes on. It was a direct link between her and Mother Gaia. You don't know. Let
Yeah,
her
dude.
rub those crystals. She's like, ooh, healing crystals. You just don't know. Girl, what was your favorite part? Because we're already well over time.
I know. I really like the part where they are taking pictures for their wedding or whatever,
Oh
and
my god.
and the
Yeah.
and the
It's so
grandmother and Billy are just walking around talking. I was like, oh, it's so heartfelt.
But then there was also some funny stuff where
Yeah.
like a bride and a groom were like coming through the door or whatever.
Yeah.
When that happened, at first I was
Yeah, that was a
like,
good moment.
wait, are they stealing somebody's like photo shoot?
James, what was your least favorite part?
Trying to think. I don't know. Like, I don't really think I'd like. So, I didn't think anything was like. I mean, there was obviously like great moments, but overall, I thought everything was fine. But there was nothing in the movie where I just didn't like it. It just was like it didn't. There's a lot of stuff that just didn't blow me away.
So you didn't
So I don't
like
know.
how average the movie was.
I guess sure.
That's what I got from that.
Yeah.
Girl, what was your least favorite part?
I don't know. I didn't really have like.
Say it. You know you want to say it. Say what we talked about earlier.
I don't remember.
That bitch's grandmother lived, but mine
Yeah.
didn't.
Like, why'd she have to live?
Is he
Dang.
still alive?
yeah.
Yeah.
That's what the movie said.
Obviously, you didn't watch the whole.
No
I
shit.
did watch the movie. She could have died after that. Like that happens.
That movie just came out last year.
Yeah.
Come on now.
It's
I
been
mean,
like
you're
a
right.
year.
She could have died from a year ago to now.
Right.
I
No.
mean, she did find out she had cancer last year.
Yeah,
so.
she went to see the movie. She's like, "Oh shit!"
Wait,
But-
don't
okay,
tell her.
so, like-
I'm the her.
I didn't like the funeral scene when they were at like her grandfather's grave or whatever, and then the other lady was just like screaming. I'm like, okay, come on.
Yeah, but they had to show you that
Well,
that shit's
it was
real.
a play. Yeah, it was a play.
He was a
'cause, like,
professional crier.
Right.
So like, come on.
No, you're right.
they
Bitch was
they
howling.
pointed out. Yeah. I
Um,
thought,
It was
I
a
thought
little
that was
annoying.
funny.
I did like how repetitive they were when they were like, "Oh, such and such," and then 1, 2, 3. Like
every
it
time
was
they had to
funny.
bow 3 times.
Yeah. And then they were all like off, like
And the girlfriend
Yeah.
was mad confused.
yeah,
She was
She's
just
like,
looking at
"What
everybody
are we
else.
doing?"
like this is
It
not
was
what we
mad
do in
late
Japan.
every time.
Yeah.
That was a good scene though. They were like, "Let him smoke. Come on, he's already dead."
It was
Yeah.
fun. They were having like I feel like that's what going to your dead relatives like Tombstone should be. You should be with people that you love and happy and remembering that person for who they were, right? Not being sad that they died, but happy that you knew them. Happy that you could joke about how, Grandpa loves his cigarettes, so let the man smoke. He's already dead. Keeping it light like that.
My daughter's great-grandmother, they do that once a year. I think it's like on Memorial Day and like her great-grandfather's like birthday. They'll go to the funeral home.
Funeral home?
Not the funeral home.
Graveyard?
Like the gravesite. And they will just sit there.
Cemetery?
Yeah, the cemetery. And just sit there for hours and talk to the tombstone. And
does it wink back?
I mean, I don't know.
Does it take a puff of a cigarette?
It never did when I was there.
When you guys made the comment of she found on this film, were you guys joking? Because that really happened.
No, I wasn't joking. I figured that's how that happened.
Yeah, 100%. There's a whole article on it.
Yeah, that's a fact, man.
Oh, is it a fact?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, they also continued lying to her about both her health and the plot of the movie, since giving her detailed info
So
about
did
the
they
film
not let
story.
her watch the movie?
No, they did. That's how she found out that she
That's
had
how
cancer.
She found out.
That's a way to
When
find out that
when
you're
it released in
dying.
China, she was like, her? Wait a minute.
That's me.
They're talking about me.
My name's her.
She's like, wait, I
That's
got
my
stage
family's
4
name.
lung cancer?
You're telling me the movie's called Don't Tell Nine Nine? What do you mean?
Like, could
But
you
also,
imagine?
too, when she got sick again, she had pneumonia, so they also gave her medication for the infection. So
Right.
that kind of helped her, too.
Yeah.
What's up, girl?
I don't think I could imagine finding out I have terminal like cancer through a movie.
I'd have been yelling the whole movie.
Right? What the fuck do you mean? You've been
Whacking
lying to
people.
me.
That's why I said it's not okay.
I mean, clearly she thought it was okay. She probably
But I mean, she
dying
did
up
the
in
same
peace
thing with
You
the
don't know that.
on a
grandfather.
gold couch and shit. Like, man, it feels good to have cancer.
So like, I don't think she could have been really mad because even in the movie they said that she did the same thing to the grandfather. She never told him.
I mean, they
That he
can't
was
be
sick.
mad. Like,
Yeah.
right? Like,
it seems
if
like
you're
that's their culture.
if
so
don't air quotes culture, dude, it's their culture.
that's,
Yeah, it's literally
if,
the idea.
if you're gonna perpetuate that same choice, you can't be mad.
Yeah.
There's no way that she's gonna be mad.
I would have loved to see her reaction though. I'm sure she cried.
I guarantee you could find it. Just gotta Google it. My least favorite part was how it made me cry. No, my least favorite part was how it didn't end. I also am kind of sad that she didn't die because there was no catharsis. You spend
so
the whole movie
but-
thinking she's gonna die.
I mean,
And like Alex brought up a really good scene that like if we write a movie, we need to end the movie this way. So you know how there was a recurring like bird? So she saw the bird in New York after she found out that her grandmother was sick. And then when she was in China, the same looking bird appeared in the window or whatever.
Yeah.
Galax was like, at the end of the movie, if her grandmother dies, there's going to be a second bird. So
I thought it
she
was
said
the
that the
grandfather at
that
first.
the bird was the grandfather, and that the grandmother would be a second bird watching
That
over
just gave me
her.
it gave me chills, dude.
Dude, right? She said,
I thought they were,
So
I
I
thought they
looked
were
it up.
displaying the birds more, but that makes
ahead.
sense.
that's what I was looking up when Joey yelled at me earlier because I was like,
I didn't yell. Fuck off.
I want to find out. What this,
I didn't yell you.
I want to find out what these fucking birds mean because it was irritating me. And it just says that the birds appearing in New York and then reappearing in China for me was I wanted to put something that could potentially stand for something magical as a sign. But I wanted to do it in a very realistic way. I think signs are only signs if you believe that they're signs. You can make it what you want to make it, and that very much relates to this lie with Nene.
Nene.
Because I always want to say Nine.
Yeah. No. It's
It is
9-9.
Is
that
My
okay?
bad. Yeah.
Because people are going to believe what they want to believe, whether it was my uncle with his probiotics or family friends with prayer or the protective power of the lie itself. You are a spiritual person and you look for things, you may see things, but if you don't believe in that, then you just go, oh, it's just a bird. So that is a way of re-emphasizing this idea of perspective that things are based on how you see them.
Damn, that's dope. We should have opened the podcast with that. That was really powerful.
Yeah.
I think that exactly spells out too the differences between
yeah.
Western culture and Eastern culture,
Exactly.
right?
Mhm.
It's, you take things how you've been taught to take them.
Yeah, my grandmother always taught me if you see like a cardinal randomly, that's like a loved one coming to visit you that you've lost.
What if nobody loves me?
I don't know.
No birds.
Bitch ain't seen
No
cardinals,
birds, yeah.
homeboy.
Bullshit, I've seen so many. Eric, what was your least favorite part?
I don't really have a least favorite part.
You better not.
I really enjoyed it. The first time I saw this, I just like sit in the theater or like sat in my chair for a bit. I was like, man, this is a really good film.
Yeah, dude. It was strong. There were so many moments that were like, I got super emotional during it.
Yeah.
Like,
Alex got super emotional.
Like when they were saying goodbye and shit. Like I could.
Oh, don't bring it up.
I can relate so much because like whenever I would visit my parents in Mexico, like it's always that long, drawn out goodbye. Like, all right, call me when you're on the plane. Call me when you get home. Like I could relate so much to this movie. It was really nice.
I agree.
I enjoyed it a lot.
That scene in particular was so hard.
Yeah.
Seeing her like waving and shit.
Cause that's when she finally broke down Nai. She was finally like, she was strong the whole time, right? And then
but then when she lives, it's like, oh, it meant nothing.
You're such a piece of shit.
It was a waste of sad moments, sad tears.
Nah, man, it was good.
It's so fine.
Good. Fuck you. Look at you. You're tearing up too.
And then Awkwafina
I'm just
finally like in
laughing.
New York, like, pausing for a moment,
No, that scene though is honestly filmed fantastic. Like that whole scene where it's all drawn out is just really great.
All right, Eric, you want to do the cinema score? Or
All right, Alex.
Okay, good. Fuck you. You do it.
Would you rent it?
No.
Would you buy this movie physically?
Yeah.
You're gonna have to speak up. You're totally gonna have to speak up.
What about digitally?
No, I want to rent it, or I want to rent it. I want to own it.
You just said
physically.
Cut her off.
All right.
Cut it.
No.
Someone cut
Would
it.
you put this on the background while people are over?
No.
And then finally, would you recommend it?
No.
Really? You? Okay.
Oh man.
No.
I'm not even gonna ask.
James, would you rent it?
No.
Would you buy it physically?
No, I would not.
What about digitally?
No, because I probably won't watch it again.
Wow.
What about $5 at Best Buy, Walmart, FYE, or Voodoo?
No. That voodoo though.
Would you put it on in the background?
No. This is a bummer of a movie, man.
Would you
It's
recommend
gonna make me
it?
go sad, sure.
Would you recommend it?
Yeah, I mean, I would recommend it because even though it's not like this movie's not like good to me, but it is a good movie. Like it's a well done movie, and I could see like I would suggest to a lot of people, and I think a lot of people can get a lot from it. So it's worth the watch, even though it's not for me.
Did you rent it, Joey?
No.
Did you buy it physically?
100%.
Digitally?
I better get a digital code in that physical movie. I'm gonna be pissed. I will take that shit back to Best Buy so fast. You motherfucker.
Would you put it on the background?
This is a tough one,
dude.
No,
Yeah.
I think
It's
you
not a
can.
background type movie.
I think you can though.
No, because no one's gonna know what's going on.
Yes, I would do it.
Okay. Well.
Oh, rebel.
He's a
Would you
sick
recommend it?
individual.
I would 100% recommend this. Yeah, I think everybody needs to see this movie. Because I think for some people it's going to be super cathartic to work out the feelings that they had with their grandparents and to kind of, bring up those emotions and really think about it. And for other people like me, maybe like it's a learning experience for me because I've never been close with any of my grandparents. So to see these people be close to their grandparents and go through this super emotional experience, I was like, oh, fuck. Oh, my God. So, I think everyone needs to see it once.
Mm-hmm.
Eric, would you rent it? Yeah, you ask yourself typically.
I would not rent it. I would buy it physically. Will not put it on in the background. And 100% would recommend.
Come on. A drinking game based on this, though? Every time you hear 9-9, you have to take a shot.
Every time she walks up some stairs, she shouldn't be walking up.
Yeah, you got to drink. Take a sip. All right, Eric, take us through the ratings while I put
Ratings.
some movies.
Alex.
I give it 8 birds out of 10.
Good rating.
That's super surprising with how upset you were
Yeah.
with Eric.
I thought you were gonna hate it, but you just hated that it made you feel. I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Which
I
I
hated
could
that you made
understand.
me cry. I
Well,
was
he didn't
super
make me
close
cry.
with my grandmother, so
Mm-hmm. James?
7 out of 10 flights of stairs.
Wow.
Oh, the hotel.
Joey?
Yeah, the hotel too. There was a lot of stairs in this movie.
Yo, that motherfucker was
That
a
poor
champ.
dude?
No, poor
The
dude, my
bellhop?
ass. He was trying to get it
Oh,
in with
wait.
the American girl.
I have another favorite part.
Go for it while I enter this
I
list.
really liked when they were trying to make their way to the hospital and they were going down those stairs and she was, I don't know, I just found it so funny.
She's like, is this the way?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, that was pretty funny.
You know where we're going?
Also, they ain't got no kind of GPS.
And then the umbrella
None.
gets stuck.
Dude,
And it's so funny.
that umbrella, I'd have been so pissed. It's so real.
Yeah. And that's so funny that they didn't get a taxi to go to the hospital because he had a taxi any other time they went anywhere. in the
I know.
movie. Whatever.
They were just panicking. They didn't know what to do.
Yeah.
I said my rating, right?
They wanted you to... No, you didn't.
No, you didn't.
Oh, I would give it 9 tears out of 10.
Good
Eric,
rating.
what's your rating?
I'm going to give it 9.5. Out of 10.
That was a good one. I wasn't ready for it. Okay, so I think I have a list together. But how are you guys feeling? So this movie was a downer, right? It was pretty fucking sad, this movie.
Heavy hitting.
The previous movie was a comedy. The previous movie from that was a comedy? A slice of life movie? How are we feeling? Do we want some...
I want some action, dude.
Do we want some
shots.
actions, dude?
I want some pow-pows.
So...
I'll
I
watch
want some
whatever.
Natalie Portman on her knee.
We already watched that movie.
We'll
man.
watch it again. Okay. Okay, so let me show you guys the wheel. Okay. And,
The wheel?
And I want to know how you guys feel about it. So currently on the wheel, I have Scott Pilgrim versus the World, Predator, The Raid, 500 Days of Summer, and Coco.
Oh my God, Coco's
So
I've
if-
seen 4 or 5 of those movies.
If we're feeling action, I'll get rid of 500 Days of Summer and Coco.
Dude, I love 500 Days of Summer though.
It's one of my favorite
I
movies.
don't know what that is.
It's really, you're gonna end up watching it if we do the podcast long enough. Hold on, let me get my ideas out.
Spoilers, dude.
Dude.
We're going to see all of Joey's movies.
No, you guys can't see it, can you?
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, I did when you did it.
no.
I didn't read them. I just read the ones that were crossed off.
Okay, so we're feeling action, right? So we're gonna do Godzilla,
Ugh, I
King of
hate
Monsters.
I don't know. What's The Raid? I don't know that one either.
The Raid is a Taiwanese kung fu action movie that is fucking dope. It's
It's balls to
so
the walls.
good, dude.
Oh, wait, this is spoilers. I'm not watching Joey.
Yeah, don't look.
Oh, I'm looking.
You son of a bitch. Oh, and then
son of
I'll
a
add Cap
bitch.
on there. So, Captain America.
Can you
Winter
add a
Soldier.
horror movie? at least?
Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
Thank
Oh no,
God.
it's got to be Winter Soldier. I don't want to do Civil War.
I mean, I don't know where I was pleased just have the first Avenger.
No, fuck no. I mean, I need to rewatch that movie because I
I hear it's better, like, now knowing everything.
I
but
think
still,
I'm a little too hard on it.
It's boring.
Okay, so it's gonna be an action movie of some sort. We're either gonna go strong action or action comedy. So let's apply the wheel changes, and we're gonna spin that wheel.
Oh,
Oh shit!
baby.
We're going Predator,
Chop
baby. Fuck yeah,
Not
dude!
wrong.
I'm hyped. This shit is gonna be hype as fuck.
This is exactly what I need.
You ain't lying.
Get to the chopper now.
And so I yelled into it. Oh
Do
man,
it. Do it
this
now.
this movie's gonna be so fucking problematic.
It's gonna be just jokes on jokes.
Dude.
The synopsis is gonna be like an
Go, 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 go,
alien.
go, go, go,
Yeah.
go, 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 go.
An unknown force.
Yeah.
I have
Okay.
a problem with the way that movie opens already. But
I
Oh
forgot
fuck
how it
off!
even
Or next
opens.
You don't know how it opens, Eric? Oh man. Okay.
It's been a while.
I know it's been a while for me too. That's why I wanted to put it on the wheel. And I'm glad it came up. So let me.
I'm just glad it wasn't Godzilla.
That movie's dope as
The
fuck.
newest
insane.
one?
Fucking
Yeah,
hate
that's
that
the
movie.
newest one.
I really like that one.
I
yeah.
really liked it too. It was awesome.
I haven't
I'm
seen
excited
the
to
new
see what
ones.
happens.
I had my first panic attack during that movie. It was great.
No, that sounds terrible.
It was terrible. I almost died. Thanks for tuning in on twitch.tv/soonerorlatertv for our review of The Farewell. continue listening and watching and showing your support on our Twitter at Sooner or Later TV and on Facebook, which is also at Sooner or Later TV. If you couldn't catch us on Twitch, that's totally okay. You can always listen to us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Pocket Casts, Google Podcasts, every podcasting service we send our shit out to.
It is shit.
Come on, Eric. Our episodes are recorded on Sundays on Twitch and then uploaded in full audio and video every Tuesday. So tune in next week for our review of The Predator. Stay safe.
Someone do the Predator noise.
I'm so bad at it. Stay safe, wear a mask, and remember, we love you.
Bye.
Bye.
Sometimes.
So are you ready to go?
Yeah.
Sometimes you gotta pick it and flick it.
Oh shit, pick it now, flick it good. Pick this nostril just like you should. Let's do it.
Oh, shit, dude.
That was a hell of a way to start the stream.